So we're back here today in Fort Lauderdale, and we have a new Reef Aquarium that we delivered the aquarium almost 3 months ago now. When the house was on the interior in construction, now they're doing some outdoor work, but we're gonna go inside and see this brand new 300-gallon. Come on in. So it was a heavy delivery, I remember that, but straightforward, pretty easy. The inside of the house is now completed. And they're doing some more work. So we just set the live rock up 2 days ago. Aquarium's a little bit cloudy, but we put in the Filtration bacteria in yesterday. And like we typically will do, we'll do some starter fish. There's a few green chromis in the aquarium. And we got a great pair of aquaculture clownfish from RRA back there in the corner. And we're gonna put the lights on in a few minutes, but normally, like we would do, we would go ahead and turn off the protein skimmer to allow the bacteria to cycle a little bit in here. The DELTEC calcium reactor is off. We're gonna go ahead and turn that back on in a minute. We got the floss rolling inside there. We've got a couple bags of CHEMI-PURE blue. You can see your full test kit scenario with all of the Salifert kits, which we typically will include. There's some TDO boost and some seaweed extreme that we'll put that probably on an auto feeder to begin with. And of course, a refractometer right in the system. I'm looking at the temperatures underneath here. We've got 75 degrees of air temperature and the water's 75. So we're doing really good as far as temperature goes. So we'll get that skimmer plugged in and see how this baby runs. Look at the discharge on this beautiful DELTEC 600i right there. And it's a really great protein skimmer. We love to have the protein skimmers running right off the bat. They create a lot of great oxygenation, which is super important. We've got our 2 DELTEC water pumps running at 95. They'll go up to 130. So we'll usually run it a little slower to begin with. But this is a classic example under the aquarium of how much stuff can you fit. There's a water-cooled Aqualogic chiller right here. This is probably 1/4 horsepower. You got your DSR set up with your Bubble Magnus dosers in here. So we'll be able to dose the DSR automatically. You've got your Aqualogic thermostat right there set at 78 degrees, but we're running cooler. So soon enough, we'll have to figure out temperature profiles. But the house is nice and cool, so that really helps out a lot. You've got your full RODI system operating right here. That's connected to an LLC. And going back into the freshwater system, you have your solenoid there that controls water in and out in through the fluid chiller, which is water cooled. And then you have your sight gauge, which shows you how much volume is going through the water-cooled chiller when it functions and operates only. You've got your UV sterilizer up here. I believe that's a 57 watt from Aqua Ultraviolet. And Geo likes to really install fans under the aquariums and above the aquariums just to get good airflow circulation throughout the whole system. This particular aquarium too has a PVC drain pan underneath with a bilge pump. Here's your bilge pump here. So water got in there, you'd hear the bilge pump go on. I'll probably put a float under here to actuate that a little sooner. It takes about, I'm gonna call it 1.25 inches, 1.5 inches, too much. So we'll have to put a float underneath there and then that'll get it to here and then it'll only go on when the water level goes up. So we hope to never have water down there, but again, it's a nice safety device to have so you don't end up with water on the floor in somebody's home. So 2 days ago, we put in the beginning of the Marco Rock base. You can see that. These are these larger white rocks here that are super nice from Marco Rock. You've got your plate rocks from Marco. And I'll create a base structure that elevates, has less contact on the floor. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rocks that actually touch the floor. The rest of them do not. That gives areas for the fish to swim in and out. When I stacked it up, we had an opportunity to get some more of the really neat Aquaroche pieces. This is a real nice centerpiece here. There's your base Aquaroche with the holes in it so you can put the fingers on it all around. There's another big piece of Aquaroche with these locations to place corals in them. And then there's a few pieces of real reef branch rock that kind of fills in real easy. It's easy to put in. Being that this is a 3-sided view with the entry and living room on this side, the main center of the house here, and then the kitchen side, you can see down the length of the aquarium, and it looks totally different. It's nice and wide open. Look at these great little clowns from ORA. They've been in our aquaculture system. That pair has been together for about 4 or 5 months in our labs, and they're super happy. So super nice cabinets. You've got your lamp stainless steel hinges. These are super heavy duty, very well put together. The cabinet maker put these great little touch latches, and they're magnetic too. So when the door comes up to it, it's got a little touch on there that keeps the door nice and clean to the aquarium. And we'll just touch this one and open this one up too. Very easy. You've got your Eheim auto feeder right here. And then you've got your control for the MP60 on that side. We're only on the second phase on that MP60. That can go up tremendously. We've got 3 Radion Gen 5s. They're mounted on their own rail. They're real easy to get to. You can touch the controls right up here, very easy. And we program them as well. The lights are just in the beginning phase right now for sunrise effect. Your air conditioning drop is right there, keeps it nice and cool. And basically your bathroom fan is up there. It's meant for high humidity and higher temperatures, like in a bathroom or a shower area. That helps too. So that's running 24/7, 365. Now that the lights are on, you can see a better layout of how the Aquaroche rock in the middle with these great branches really filled in this middle space without clogging up the light to go all the way down. We just put a little food into the aquarium, and the clownfish came out and ate, the green chromis are out and eating. And we're gonna let it stabilize like this with limited amount of load, some automatic feeding, some feeding of brine shrimp into the aquarium. We're gonna let it settle like this for about a month, get some algae growing, and get the aquarium really stabilized before we start adding corals or anything else in the aquarium. There are a few pieces of aquaculture rock that are back in there. That one right down is from the Keys. This one was in shop. There's a couple more from the Florida Keys, from K&P Aquatics. One up there on the top. It's really a nice open network. We'll come back next month. We'll look at it when it's gin clear and adding the first corals into the aquarium. And we'll hope to see you next time.